Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the settlement, $7 million to charity, and I intend to fulfill those obligations.
Ms. Heard, that's not my question.
Karma has no menu. You get served what you deserve. While some people are experiencing this firsthand, yeah, you guessed it right, I'm talking about Amber Heard. After years of fooling fans with her good girl image, karma has finally caught up to her, and all of us are starting to see her true colors. Yes, one smart and strong woman in her armor of facts has exposed Amber's web of lies and is giving her exactly what she deserves, a slap of truth. Who is this woman who has rendered Amber speechless? Will she help Johnny get the justice that he deserves? Stay tuned till the end. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, where we post exciting tidbits about celeb life regularly. Make sure that you show us your love with a like, share, and subscribe. On that note, let's delve right into the drama. The A-list actor Johnny Depps and Aquaman actress Amber Heard's messy relationship is definitely the talk of the town. Their whirlwind romance has gone down in flames, and they have taken the matters to the court to battle it out. As you all know, the trial started in April, with Johnny Depp accusing Heard of defamation and suing for $50 million. Back in 2018, Amber wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post claiming to be a survivor of sexual abuse. She penned, "Like many women, I had been harassed and sexually assaulted by the time I was of college age. But I kept quiet. I did not expect filing complaints to bring justice, and I didn't see myself as a victim." Although Depp's name was mentioned nowhere in the article, we aren't stupid. Reading between the lines clearly shows that Amber was definitely pointing her fingers at him. But can you imagine the hilarious and easygoing Pirates of the Caribbean actor hurting even a fly? But you should note that this incident was at the peak of the #MeToo movement. Women's words are powerful. Most of the fans believed Heard and were outraged. Johnny soon fell out of the favor of the public's eye. This led to him filing a lawsuit for $50 million claiming defamation. How do you think Amber reacted to this? Well, she wasn't too pleased. She clapped back with a whopping $100 million lawsuit accusing Depp of orchestrating a smear campaign against her. Things weren't looking very good for Depp, with Amber spewing lies one after the other. Finally, an angel appeared out of thin air and is giving Heard the dose of karma that she certainly deserves. We know that all of you are excited to know who that is. Well, we aren't making you wait any longer. Here you go. Depp is being represented at the court by a team of brilliant lawyers from a major international law firm, Brown Rudnick. Camille Vasquez is their glistening jewel and arguably one of their most talented lawyers. Her tough nature of questioning and stronghold of the law has got her internationally recognized. Camille's work mainly focuses on plaintiff-side defamation suits, with additional experience litigating contract disputes, business-related torts, and employment-related claims. Her bio on the Brown Rudnick website reads, "Camille is adept at formulating offensive and defensive litigation strategies for private clients. She also has extensive experience handling parallel reputation management and crisis communications issues arising from these engagements." Well, if you have any doubts about Vasquez's capabilities, all you have to do is listen to her question to Amber in the recent trial and see her in action. You could clearly see how Amber was brought to tears by all the questions thrown at her.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the settlement, $7 million to charity, and I intend to fulfill those obligations.
That's not my question.
Before Amber filed for divorce from Depp, they had a huge argument. She claims that Johnny abused her, broke her nose, split her lip, and punched her repeatedly in the head. Depp, however, denied all these claims and said that she was concocting all this. Amber then presented the court with pictures of her red and swelled-up cheeks. That was where Vasquez smelled something fishy. She confronted her about these bruises. Camille also asked her about how no one else saw these bruises from the apparent abuse. She also dished out some photos taken just a few days after this incident, which don't indicate any redness or swelling. Heard was left speechless. She couldn't even defend herself. Amber tried to cover up her lies by saying that it was all the power of makeup. She also discussed her makeup routine, using a color correction wheel that she called her bruise kit to cover up marks on her face.
So the first day of bruising, well, the immediate is red. Red is what shows up right away, so you want to go with the opposite on the color wheel by dabbing on a bit of the green or something to counteract the red. After a day or two, you get more purple in a bruise, so you'd obviously have to go with more of the red tones, the orange tones.
She said she learned over the years to use green shades on the first day of a bruise to cover up redness and switch to more orange shades as the bruise turned blue and purple. Well, we don't know how believable that is. Amber's reputation, which was like a house of cards, came crashing down when the brilliant lawyer asked difficult questions about the divorce settlement. Well, she took home a whopping $7 million as her settlement after the divorce from Depp, but she wasn't going to let the whole world know that she was a gold digger. She promised that she was going to donate the entire amount to the Children's Hospital Los Angeles and American Civil Liberties Union. Later on, it was revealed that she couldn't keep her promise due to financial difficulties. When Amber was asked about this earlier, she said that she couldn't keep her promise because Depp had sued her for $50 million, but Camille wasn't in the mood to accept any more of the lies. After questioning and pressing the matter, Amber finally confessed that she had received the full $7 million from Depp months before he filed the lawsuit. Ugh, what a horrible woman, am I right? It's not just us who are impressed by Camille Vasquez's wits, the entire internet is too. Depp supporters are lining up outside the courtroom in Fairfax, Virginia to see or hug her, and videos of her online are racking up hundreds of millions of views. Netizens are calling her a queen for her aggressive and successful tactics. On TikTok, videos with hashtag Camille Vasquez have a collective 541.8 million views. Other lawyers are also fans of her. One prominent attorney called her the unrivaled star of the trial. A fan on Twitter said, "I am still a Johnny Depp fan, but I am also now a diehard Camille Vasquez fan." Well, we couldn't agree more. Here's how all of this mess started in the first place. Depp and Amber's romance began when they met on the sets of The Rum Diary. Although they were in separate relationships at that time, their electric chemistry was undeniable and they were attracted to each other like moths to a flame. Soon they got together and Amber was spotted not too long after with a huge rock on her finger marking their romance official. Their marriage, however, wasn't a walk in the park. Yes, it crash-landed after just 15 months. Insane, isn't it? Amber filed for a divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. She also got a temporary restraining order against him. "During the entirety of our relationship, Johnny has been verbally and physically abusive to me," Heard wrote in the divorce filing. She added, "I live in fear that Johnny will return to our house unannounced to terrorize me physically and emotionally." She also got a temporary restraining order against Depp. Soon the divorce and all of their dirty laundry became a matter of public knowledge. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry had an opinion about what was going on. The journalists from the famous British newspaper The Sun too had their own opinions. They labeled Depp as a wife-beater. He wasn't too happy about this. He went to court suing the paper for defaming him, just like all of us couldn't believe these allegations against Depp. Several big shots from Hollywood couldn't either. His ex-girlfriend Winona Ryder said, "The idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved." His ex-partner of 14 years and mother of his 2 kids, Vanessa Paradis, also supported him and said that he was a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. Depp also accused Heard of having extramarital affairs with both James Franco and Elon Musk while slapping the lawsuit in her face. It seems that Heard has always set her sight on the big fishes. Now, as always, Heard denied all these claims. She meanwhile accused Depp of physically abusing her by throwing a phone at her, leaving her bruised. This blockbuster trial went on for 6 months. Crazy, isn't it? Finally, the court ruled that The Sun was correct in reporting that Depp was violent towards his ex-wife, Amber Heard. After this, the A-list actor's career took a huge hit. Previously, he played Gellert Grindelwald, a controversial wizard in the Fantastic Beasts series. Harry Potter fanatics were eager to see him reprise his role in the next film. However, all those hopes crashed and burned when Warner Brothers asked him to resign. "We thank Johnny for his work on the films to date," the studio said. Just a few weeks later, they found his successor. It was none other than Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen. As this million-dollar defamation trial went on, the abused became the abuser. What a turn of events. Evidence surfaced that Amber had abused Johnny. In an exclusive audio confession revealed by the Daily Mail, Amber's scary face was revealed. She said, "I'm sorry that I didn't, hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched." Okay, what does that even mean? Amber was, as expected, furious at this confession being leaked. Later on in another audio recording, Amber provoked him. "Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them. Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man. I'm a victim too of domestic domestic violence. To this, Depp simply responded, "Yes, I am." Well, we are so glad that Amber's lies are being exposed by Johnny's wonderful team of lawyers. Finally, he is about to be served the justice he deserves. Go Team Johnny! What did you think of Camille poking holes in Amber's reputation? Are you just as impressed by the lawyer as we are? Let us know in the comments box down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, adios!